Hi everyone. This series is dedicated to all cloud users. So I'm going to cover all the cloud computing aspects. I'm going to use AWS, the Amazon Web Services concepts here in this series. First, we will discuss what is cloud computing, what are the different naming conventions we use while we talk about or we'll discuss the architecture concepts of cloud computing. And then we will move on to the hands-on activities where we'll try to cover maximum services available from Amazon Web Services. So the very first question comes, do we use Gmail or do we watch movies or the web series on Netflix, Prime Video, etc.? Of course, the answer would be yes, right? So it means we already use the cloud native features, cloud native applications, right? What is cloud computing? This is a very famous terminology, right? The cloud computing. First, let's see what is computing. Computing means in terms of computer, right? When we solve a problem, for example, whether it's a mathematical problem or we are doing anything, whether we are reading file from your computer disk or we are writing something on the Word document, it is nothing but the computation is happening on your laptop or your desktop, right? That is what is called computing in terms of computer, right? Now, how this computing is happening? So computer has its own brain, likewise the human or the animals, we have a brain, right? The similar way computer has its own brain, and that is composed of CPU, RAM, and of course there are few other hardware, software technologies, but the concept here to understand is that is what we call computing. Now we are adding cloud to it. Cloud computing means the computation is happening, but this time not on something which you have handy with you, but something on cloud. Now it's not that cloud what we have in the sky, but those are again the physical servers, but again located at some place where the services are available on to multiple geography locations, and we have taken few considerations while we do that physical server setup that we will discuss in future videos. But yeah, this computation is happening not on someone's on-premise location, but somewhere outside, and someone is managing for you. So that's why it's cloud computing. Now we also need to understand any web application, right? If how it works. So we have a client. Client is nothing but maybe on your laptop you are accessing any application, google.com, myapplication.com, any. So your client would be the HTML and script, which is making the front end of your web application. That is client. Okay. Now your client is when you are hitting any website URL on desktop or computer, something is happening in behind. That is how the page is served to you. You will get that user experience, correct? So what happens in behind? The request goes to a server, and then you will get response from server, and using that response, the UI, the user experience is built, and that is what the end user sees. Okay. Now when this request goes to a server, the server does that that computation, that calculation, and again in the last slide we discussed that computation happens on basis of the CPU, the RAM, the storage, and of course the logic what we have on the server. Maybe some database, some logic is written over there, right? So but overall this is the logical flow. A request goes to a server, and then it comes back with the response, and then response is responsible to build the final user experience for client. This is how a web application work. Okay, so let's continue this learning. I will just continue how this before this cloud computing concept came, what was there earlier, how it is different from cloud computing, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching.